Hey y'all, welcome back to By Devin. Today I'm dipping on my natural nails, which I know does not happen very often, but I'm testing out some builder gel from Sundara Nails that is HEMA free, and I'm hoping that it shows that I do not have a gel allergy. I'm using the cutest Quirky Dips color. They are from the Hot Girl Summer collection from last June, and this Lisa Frank inspired nail decal from Nailz in a Coffin. So I'm doing kind of like a Skittles nail with each one a different color. Then I'm going to put this cute decal on my pointer finger. I'm going to use the yellow here as well, just to have something underneath it. I've already built a little bit of an apex with one layer of dip powder and some peel base, and then I put that gel on just my thumb and my pointer just to see if I have any of a reaction. So cross your fingers for me that I don't, and maybe it was just I was allergic to HEMA. So I'm going in here with 2 coats of this really pretty yellow color from Quirky Dips. It goes on so smooth. I did leave my cuticle and sidewalls free and then went as close as I could to them with my second dip rather than with the first. I feel like that keeps me from flooding my cuticles. Now I'm going to go in with just one color on each of these last 3 nails. This green is one of my favorite colors from Quirky Dips. I use it all the time. It's so cute. I'm using my little cuticle tool there to clean up any flooding. Then this blue is just such a great blue color also, and they go so well together. And I feel like they looked really good with this decal also. The decal is really fun, so I felt like, you know, just keeping it simple on these other nails would help the decal to pop. A little bit of purple for my pinky, and then I'll meet you on the next step. Alright, now that I have done 2 layers for each of these colors, I'm going to just clean up the cuticle one last time. I'm going to go on and activate all 5 nails and give them a little bit of a buff after I do 1 layer of clear. Probably don't need it, but it's just sort of my standard, and make sure that I get enough layers so I don't have any cracking. So a dip of this KMG Clear as Day. You won't even be able to tell it's there at the end, but it gives just one more barrier when I go in and do a light little buffing. I do shape just a little bit with my file before I activate just any parts that I feel like need to get a little bit smoother, and then there's that stiff brush to get off all of the extra clear before I activate so it's not cloudy. And here comes the activator. And then a little bit of buffing. They really don't need too much of it. I am dipping on my natural nails, unlike the tips that are completely flat. My natural nails are, you know, have little imperfections that are normal. But mostly the dip, getting those nice thin layers, they kind of level themselves out. Cleaning up my shaping a little bit on the tips. And then I wipe them all down with alcohol before I activate a second time. I'm not going to activate that pointer though, because I'm going to go in and put the decal. I did activate it once, but there's no reason to activate it a second time because I'm not going to put on the top coat yet. Wipe them all down with alcohol after the second activate, and then I'm going to go in with my top coat for the first layer. Just 3 quick brush strokes, middle, left, right on each nail except for the pointer, and then I go immediately back in for the second one, making sure especially to cap those free edges. You can see I even flip my nails upside down a little bit to do that capping. And on that second coat, you can be a little bit more careful. Make sure you got everything and don't have any weird little lumpy spots. So shiny. And now I'm gonna try for this decal. I feel like I've gotten my process down a little bit better. Nails in a Coffin is so amazing. They're so helpful. I'm new still to decals and I love how they look, so I definitely wanted to keep trying. Accidentally dropped this one in the water, so I decided I'd put the other one to the side and I'd use this one today because it already got just a little bit of wet. So I thought if they were in the water longer, that would be better. And Nails in a Coffin was so nice. They're like, hey, you know, 15 seconds, 15 to 30 is really the ideal time. So I'm going to try for exactly 15 this time and see how it goes. See if I can avoid that little bit of ripping that I had with the mushroom ones. So here I'm going to take it out with these cute tweezers that came with their Everything You Need beginner decal set, and then set it on top of the little guy here and pull that paper off. Perfect. All right. So I'm going to use my dip liquids. There's kind of varying opinions about if dip liquids work or not. I've had great success with them. Like I said, I think I might have a gel allergy. We're kind of testing it out here. So I definitely want to avoid gel if I can. I've also heard that some people use the Maniology sticky base coat. So I'm interested to see if that would work. So I might do a test run on that. But for today, I'm going to use my regular dip liquids, put it on, let it dry for just a tiny little bit till it got a little bit tacky, and use my see-through stamper to line this up perfectly. And then I use my finger to just kind of press it towards the edges, smooth it out just a little bit. It's never going to be perfectly smooth because you are putting a flat on a curved surface. So you're just kind of pressing out those wrinkles as best you can. Then this acetone pen also came with the Everything You Need beginner decal set from Nails in a Coffin. You fill it up with acetone, and then you can use the acetone to kind of melt down the excess part of the decal so that you can kind of get it to curve around your nail and take off any of the excess. So I used this and a little bit of my file to get off that excess. This worked really well, but I actually added just a little bit more acetone to it after I was working here. That part I somehow was completely off camera, so I cut it off. You can see here I went in with the file, was able to easily make that kind of cut after I put the acetone on it, and then even out the edges. So this is by no means a decal perfect tutorial, but you can see that this is a pretty easy process, and these Nails in a Coffin decals are very easy to work with. It is not a challenge, and I think that they look super great when you get everything done, so worth the extra few little steps. And she has so many cute designs, and she's about to drop a whole new collection for spring and summer, so definitely check out Nails in a Coffin. I am in love with this just easy way to give your mani an extra little bit. So I'm going to use my cuticle tool to take out just those last few pieces that I was able to get off, so it's nice and clean all the way around. My base color here was that yellow, the same as on my thumb. So I think it does make the colors pull a little bit more green than they looked at first, but I'm really loving it. So I definitely don't know that I would change it, but if I had done white instead, it maybe would have been a little bit closer to how they were before, making the blues just a little bit deeper blue rather than a little bit on the greener side. But you know, I'm liking it, so that's all that matters. And I think it goes really well with the green of my middle finger, so I think that really worked out. So now I'm going to go in with acetone on top just to seal and make that base that's underneath it get all the way hard, even though at this point it is dry. You do need that acetone. And then I'm going to put a layer of my regular dip liquid top coat on. I really like these Zebra Glitter and Nails dip liquids. I've used them for probably 8 or 9 months now. I get the 2-ounce refills. I absolutely love them. They work for me every time. And then I just got this blueberry cake cuticle oil from KMG. It smells just like blueberry pancakes or blueberry muffins. You can see here I put way more than I needed just so I could smell it. And here's the final look. I did decide to buff them matte. I thought that that looked so fun with the decal. And thank you so much for stopping by, you all. This was by Devin. I'll see you next time. Bye.